Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fully customize your TCL phone. Let's begin. And we can begin by asking us probably the most important question that you could possibly ask anyone. Where do you go? To the settings, to the display, and will you change to the dark mode? I mean, of course, I'm joking, but it's actually a pretty important question. Not only it will change the look of your whole screen and also most of the applications that you have on your phone, but also it actually provides some real uses. For example, and it's actually only an example, it will save your battery, because many phones nowadays are using OLED screens, and OLED screens needs more power to display brighter pixels. Dark mode is the way to win, and simply the way to go. And also you might be edgy with it, and you might be cool, if you know what I mean. But of course I will stay with the light mode, only because using the light mode the camera can record our tutorials better. But of course this is the first part of you customizing your device. And if we go further into our display, we'll see, for example, that we also have the ability to enable, for example, eye comfort mode, which will give your eyes more comfort by limiting blue light that can be emitted from your phone. So we could activate it now and never deactivate it. So as you can see, it will, because of the limitation of blue light, it will basically make a whole screen a little bit green. Oh, orange, sorry, not green. Anyway, we can now go back, and we also have reading mode, which is pretty interesting, since it will basically change your phone to this interesting dark and white colors, and it will basically try to mimic a book. I'm not entirely sure if this will work and you will actually have a nicer time reading than a normal book or a book reader, like the official book reader. So I will disable this function, but hey, if you want to, you can always enable it back. We also have visual enhancements, which, I mean, I guess you could enable those. They are enabled by default anyway, so you have your vision enhanced nonetheless. And we also have color mode and temperature. We can switch from vivid to natural to advanced, which lets us change the saturation or the sRGB, which is pretty cool way of you customizing your screen, I guess. I have the ability to have a green phone. That's pretty cool, right? And of course I will now go to just simply vivid. And lastly, we have the ability for changing display controls. So we can bump up the sleep value. It basically means that after 5 minutes of an activity, our screen will automatically lock itself. Just make sure that you're not going to set this function to like very large amounts, because otherwise your battery will get higher usage as well. And of course we also have refresh rate. By default we have the ability to choose between 60 and 90, and we can choose smart refresh, which will basically switch between two depending on what you're doing. You can also set this to 19 by default, 90 by default, or 60 by default. So it's completely up to you. We also have the ability to change the display size and take text, out-of-date screen, change the status bar and nudge, and also enable screen saver. So as you can see, these are pretty basic features, but they do provide some nice customizability options. Anyway, to something more graphical, we can change the wallpaper, and we can do that on a couple of ways. First of all, we can press and hold onto our home screen and then go to wallpaper and style. Or alternatively, we could go into the settings, and in the settings you want to scroll down a little, and here you have home screen and lock screen. So we can click on that. I said we can click on that. And now we can choose the wallpaper and style, which takes us to the very same screen. Now here we have two options to choose from. We can first change wallpaper and then change system colors. So let's go to change wallpaper. And as you can see, we have the ability to just choose between these built-in wallpapers. Though, to be honest, I mean, at least for me, I do find them pretty ugly, not gonna lie. So I guess you can choose between the one that is already pre-built, or you can go to My Photos and you want to basically choose something from your gallery. And the reason why I am not seeing anything is because I have no photos. So I would have to take a photo, and only then I would be able to choose it. But as you can see, I can't, so I'm not going to really show you that. Oh, okay, actually, let's just go through it very quickly, just in case there are some funky things here. So I will do the photo of this little beautiful logo of ours. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's pretty beautiful. I will center the phone. So let's quickly go to the settings, wallpaper and style, change wallpaper, My Photos. As you can see, this little thing appeared now. And we do have one setting we can do. We can firstly scroll in, scroll out. What a nice... Oh my god, the quality of the video, of the photo is so good. Unfortunately, we cannot really rotate it, so that's pretty depressing. But I guess we could do something like this. And we could also touch the preview on the home screen. And that's pretty funny because I just lost the ability to blur it. Why? What? Let's try that again. We can blur it, and now we can also zoom in. So that's pretty cool. What happened? Touch the preview on home screen. Oh, okay, never mind, I'm stupid. So when you click on it, you switch between lock screen and home screen. And that's pretty funny because you cannot blur it on the lock screen for whatever reason. I mean, that's cool, I guess, because now we can do something like this, and it gives us this nice effect that it will be unblurred, and whenever we unlock our phone, it's now blurred. So I guess that's a cool effect. It's just sad that we cannot like reverse it, so we have blurred version on our lock screen and unblurred version on our home screen. Anyway, we also have quickly the ability to just change the lock screen clock. As you can see, we changed its size to be fixed or dynamic, and we can change its color, so I will go with something green, and we can also change the brightness of that color. So as you can see, that's pretty cool. And also we have pretty nice way for us to change the lock screen shortcuts. By default, they are typically the phone shortcut and camera shortcut. But as you can see, you can nicely change it to, for example, probably my favorite, flashlight. And to be honest, guys, having a flashlight as a shortcut is incredibly convenient, and I would strongly advise you to do it. But yeah, I don't think we have so much else to do. We also have home settings with the ability to just change the grids or just customize the look, but not look actually. And the same things with lock screen settings. The only thing cool here is the ability to wake screen for notifications, and also you can choose exactly how you want to display these notifications onto your lock screen. But yeah, I do think that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.